Hello, everyone. This is Brett, and I'm going to try and be as positive as I can with this video, but we'll see how it goes. I think I need more light on that side of my face, huh? It still looks kind of weird. Let's see. That's a little better, huh? Okay. All right. So it looks kind of different, huh? In the background. That's because I moved my desk, my computer desk, to the south side. And I think I'm going to like this better. We'll see how it goes. But in any case, this video is about, like, I've talked about this before, but it's not going away. The fall of modern society as we know it. And, for me, it's so relieving to see it finally really, really slow down. Business for me is really slowing down a lot. And I was just going to take vacations, and now I'm kind of just automatically getting them. And I could get business going more if I wanted to, but luckily for me, I'm prepared pretty good, you know. And I might just give this a few minutes for a few people to come on because I kind of, in all honesty, don't really like talking to the screen unless there's at least somebody watching. You can tell I'm kind of not very bothered by it, right? But so yeah, whenever there's a dependency, like a society that's overly dependent, really wasteful of a resource, creation has an amazing ability. Just really, it's really quite amazing to watch it all unfold. How any sort of imbalance that seems like it's really imbalanced will just magically get attacked by the wonders of the world. and become real, get real. And there are so many people that are so very sick in this world. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not like they weren't sick before they came to this world, because they were. I mean, you don't come to this world unless you've got something to work on. But the reality is that there are a lot of people that are a lot more sick than other people. And if you think that you're if you think that you're one of the saner people, good for you. Because you don't have to worry so much. I mean, we're all going to die. And if you have come to accept that without sweating it too much, perfect. That's perfect for you. Because that's where you're going to get, hopefully, eventually. And if you don't, you're in trouble. Anybody that doesn't have this in their heads, knowing that they are going to die, well, it's trouble. But it's really good to know how and where and why and what is going on in your world. And what things are really out of whack. What things really need to get fixed bad. And largely, if people don't get back to simple things, if they're the more reliant they are on techno things, the more in trouble they're going to be in the future. Because the more complex things are, the more in jeopardy of getting slammed those things are. And you can only buy your way out of it. If you're rich, you can only buy your way out of it to whatever degree. And that is not, it's not always going to be able to, you're not always going to be able to just do that, buy your way out of something. Because when it comes down to food, if I've got the last jar of food and you've got $1 million, but the money doesn't mean anything anymore, I'm not going to sell you my last jar of food. Sorry. Sorry. So I'm really, really rich. And, you know, I have often thought, how would it be to be married? How would it be to have children? How would it be to have a college education? How would it be to have a big house? And now I see how it would be because I see people all around me that have all kinds of things like these, and they don't seem to be all that much happier than me. In fact, I seem to be a lot richer, in my opinion, than most of them. And that is because I've worked on the thing that matters the most: health. That's the thing. That's the thing that matters the most. Oh, I've got a couple of computers, old computers. I've got things, a few things, this and that, and I've got an old car, and I've got a little bit of money in the bank nowadays. Not a lot, but a little bit. I don't have any cryptocurrency like my brother. I don't own a house like my mom and my brother and probably my sister and many of you. And I don't have a degree. But guess what? I went to massage school. That was valuable. I use that every single day. Do you know how valuable it is to know how to do self-massage? I've had a sore knee for some reason, back of my right knee, and my patellar too, top of the knee. And I had tight muscles in my quads and hamstrings, and I worked on them. I worked on my leg. Been working on it for several days now. I know how to get myself out of tendon problem pain because I have that knowledge and I have that experience. And I've taught many of you. Only a few of you actually use it though. Most of you, you just watch the videos for whatever reason. You think I'm attractive or whatever. You're bored, whatever you're doing. But there are some people that learn from my videos. My massage knowledge and abilities, I would not trade them for all of the doctor certificates in the world. All of those doctors that know about all of those freaking drugs and vaccines. They have all of this knowledge on how to help people that are eating shitty chicken and Wonder Bread. All of these people that don't know how to eat healthy food, so they have all of these diseases from all the bacteria that's created by all of that junk food. They can help you to thin your blood. They can help you to fix your blood sugar level, all kinds of things that they can do. people that can help you with psychotic drugs because of whatever reason. Thank God for all of those people, but I wouldn't trade all of their money, all of it. Elon Musk, all of his freaking money. He might be a trillionaire today, but he is bloated and diseased in his digestive system. I wouldn't trade his digestive system for mine for the whole $1 trillion. And that's not a kid. I'm not kidding you one iota. And so I am really seriously blessed. I am so blessed. But I'm also blessed to understand the various potential troubles that we have on the horizon. You're going to see the weather get worse and worse and worse. And you're going to be able to look that up statistically on the computer, on the internet. You're going to see with your own eyes how much worse it's going to get. It's getting. And we are so blessed that God knows how many houses and businesses are going to get destroyed by tornadoes and hurricanes and fires and floods. Because for some reason, for some strange reason, people do not respect nature. People do not respect this earth. And it's not surprising because people do not respect their own lives either. Are you surprised that they don't respect the air and the water and the animals and all of the rest of the things if they don't respect their own bodies? And all they want is to have the American dream. They want to compete with everyone so that they can have this, they can have that, they can have this, they can have that. The American dream to own your own house. It was never my dream to borrow a crap load of money from a bank and pay for 30 years. Never. I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to go to college and learn a bunch of stuff that I had no interest in. Never. I had not for 1 second of my life did I ever want to do that. Never did I want to get married. Never did I want children. That is why I'm sitting pretty in front of you right now, without all of those expenses and worries and troubles. Yahoo! Yahoo! So even though we have all of these potential weather phenomena problems because people just keep burning more shit into the air, and it's not just that, it's the air is polluted, it's the water is polluted. Why do you think I live up here in the mountains? I might not even stay in this country, let alone whatever. But the disease potential. But it's not just the disease potential, because as soon as people have to be quarantined, well, we all know what happens with that. Then we're all quarantined. And what's that? It's perfect. That's what it is. Because whenever people have to, it's just like when you were a kid. God is sending you to your room. You have to go to your room and think about what you're doing. And look around. Who's sick and who's dying and who's not? I'll tell you, before it even happens. The vulnerable, the weak and fat and bacteria-laden people, the more viruses and bacteria they have in them, and then it hits the fan, those are the ones that are going to be vulnerable. We already know this now, right? Everybody should know it by now. It's pretty simple. Just like what Darwin said, the strong survive and the weak die. So, I am going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. I'm a lot more ready now. And so, we're already seeing the gas. So the main thing that keeps everything running is the petroleum. We're already seeing that go up now again. And hopefully it'll keep going up. And all of those people that weren't thinking when they were designing giant trucks, because the demand, what was the demand? Well, the demand was for all of these people that want ego trucks, giant ego trucks that don't get very good gas mileage. People really, really wanted those trucks, and so they really, really made them, and they really sold it to them for God knows how much money. $60,000, $70,000 trucks. What the fuck are people thinking in their minds? Are people insane? When they buy a house for 300 grand, 500 grand, $1 million, and they're planning on paying the interest on that, which will be even more than the cost of the house. What are they thinking? So those of you that are wondering why I just check out, okay, you want to know why I check out? I say, fuck it. I'm not joining in. I'm not joining in with your insanity. I'm just going to be with God. That's it. I'm just going to wash my clothes by hand like I did today, hang them up indoors because it was raining outside. All my clothes are hanging up on lines inside the house, just like I do in the winter time. And I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. Because I know how to keep it real and I know how to keep it simple. And I know the rules. I know the rules. It's comical to me that people don't, like, for over 3 decades, I keep thinking to myself, well, eating whole foods is the way of God. Eating whole foods is the way God wants us to eat, right? But then I see all my Mormon relatives, and I see all the other religious people, Catholics, Buddhists, whatever, all of them. They're all eating processed junk food. Why haven't they put 2 and 2 together? Is it that difficult? Is it really difficult to figure out that natural foods are God-given foods? If I were to say that to somebody, right? This is how fucking nuts it is in this world. The Mormons will tell you that don't swear, don't say, and don't drink alcohol or all these different things. I agree with that, but like all these different things, right? And then they'll be like not getting on people for eating junk food. None of them do. And it's as bad as voting for Donald Trump. Like, is Donald Trump of God? Donald Trump isn't of God any more than McDonald's is. They're both completely alien from God. Totally not even related in any way, shape, or form. It's all polluted. It's all bacteria laden. I mean, look at him. They say that he smells bad. It's not a wonder. You smell like what you eat. If you're eating something that's just putrid, it turns into gunk, and you're not eating at least enough vegetables to compensate for it, for all that bacteria creating food, then what are you going to smell like? You're going to smell like your ass. I mean, you gotta laugh. You gotta at least laugh about it. Uh, do you like the new view? Do you like the new view from the back? I mean, I know it's just a different wall. Here's the old one. There's the old one. There's the new one. Here's that one. My bed. And then there's that one. There's the window. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about what's new in my life. And I hope that somebody at least says something in the chat box. Guess what I had over here today with me? Little boy. 5 years old. I have a new neighbor, and she has a 5-year-old boy, and he comes over here now. He came inside the apartment for the first time and hung out with me today. We did all kinds of things. We played with Legos. I showed him things. I showed him sewing. He showed me some of his toys and stuff. I showed him my new game. I played a new game with some friends friends. I have a new group on Facebook, and we had our first meeting. It was a potluck, and we played this game that this girl brought. And I did horrible. My brain was not thinking well at all. I'm just not geared towards thinking about games, you know? You get back into something and your mind, it's not grasping it yet. And so I've been focusing a lot on meditation, as you know, and silence of the mind. But this girl brings this game set. It's a card game. And I got one set. We played and I got one set. At least I got one. Anyways, have you seen this game? At least somebody could write something in the chat box. I know you guys don't even have a YouTube account, so you can't make a comment. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I decided to buy one for myself. And so we're going to have to play that game. But anyways, that's the new thing in my life. I have a new neighbor. She's not bad looking. She's half my age, with a 5-year-old boy. So he rides around the apartments on his little bike. He has a bicycle with training wheels, and we are listening, agree with everything. You're listening and you agree with everything. Well, I mean, all you can do is hope. All you can do is hope the society starts to think a little bit, you know, about what they're doing. But as for me, the good thing is, here's my plan. And I don't know that for sure this is what I'll do. But I will be 62 in 13 and a half months. And that means that I can retire. And since I keep getting better health all the time, I should be able to live to be about 120 years old. I'm not kidding you. Like, I keep getting clearer and clearer skin. All the wrinkles are going away because I keep brushing. I'll give you a little secret how to get rid of wrinkles. You keep eating more and more vegetables and fruits, and you don't eat any wheat or dairy or mass-produced meat or peanuts or soy or processed foods. When you do that, and now I have water kefir too. I got to show you in a new video. I for the first time in my life, I'm making water kefir. You want to check it out? Son of a bitch. Water kefir. I bought the water kefir grains. I mixed it with sorghum syrup and water, sun-heated mountain spring water, and it smells pretty good. It's got some new kinds of acidophilus in it, bacteria in it, that I'm not getting from the other things that I drink, kombucha and sauerkraut. So I'm going to get some different kinds of added good bacteria in my digestive system from that. Let's try it out. It's been fermenting for almost 2 days. Let's try it out. Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to skim the stuff off the top of it. I don't see that there's really that much to skim. Let's just pour some and drink it and see if I survive. Now think about this strangity. I mean, not a lot of people consume water kefir, right? And so it's not that strange. But I have been into natural health for 35 years. And I mean, I don't think that I've ever had water kefir. Maybe I did once. I've heard of it. Most of the time when you think about kefir, you think it's a dairy product. And you can buy, dairy kefir grains. But these are different. These are water kefir grains. That's all right. So it's supposed to get stronger with more batches. It's definitely good. It's not like it's spoiled or anything. It's a good batch. Yep. Well, they say it's good for you. We'll see how it does, huh? So anyways, want me to tell you where I bought it? Let's see. Water kefir grains. It was about 25 bucks. And oh yeah, I got a certificate. I'll go get that and then I'll show you. So the deal is that supposedly water kefir grains have been fermenting for thousands of years. And that people just pass on the what's the word for it? They pass it on to the next person, whatever it's called. And so I got this certificate of adoption, right? Like I'm adopting these grains, these fermentation grains. And it says, Nemos Nourishing Cultures hereby formally certifies that the holder thereof on this date, May 19th, 2026, is the declared new caretaker, Brett, my name. Oh, I was supposed to name the grains, but I put Brett. I put my name instead. As a member of the water kefir family, whose ancestors have been happily fermenting nourishing water kefir for over 2,000 years. And then it's got somebody's signature there. Attests to the aforementioned adoption and warmly welcome you to the world of culture, wide culturing community. So the water kefir grains are not something that they say that you can create on your own. Like with sauerkraut, the bacteria are in the cabbage head. It's already in the cabbage head, and all you have to do is chop it all up and get it so that there's enough salt in there and no air because it's anaerobic, and then it will create more of this culture. And with the kombucha, you just make tea, black tea, and then you add the sugar, you get it at the right temperature, and it gradually grows all on its own. And I have that in the hall too. But with this, the grains, the water kefir grains, you supposedly can't do that on your own for some reason. I read a little bit about it and I said, okay, I'll just buy the water kefir grains and then I'll have them and hopefully I'll be able to keep it going. And when I received the instructions, it said that I needed to use 50% white sugar. Okay, so that is a no for me. And for whatever reason, probably because white sugar, it gets fermentations going faster or better or whatever. And for me, I just keep it pure. I keep it absolutely so pure that I don't fail now. I know what I need to do to be able to not fail with my cultures, and I don't. And this kefir, I actually heated the mountain spring water that had been filtered, also filtered mountain spring water. I also heated and disinfected it in the sun for many hours. So it was sun energized. You've seen my sun energized videos, right? So I took that sun energized water, which is just like the best, and used that to start this culture. And smells, I mean, it's only been not even 2 days, a day and a half. and it smells pretty good. And I used organic sorghum from Azure Organics. So yeah, it was kind of fun having a little friend over today, a little 5-year-old friend. In case you're just joining me, I have a new neighbor with a 5-year-old, and he rides his bike, and he always stops, not always, but usually stops and says something like, "Hey." And I have the window open, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And he has long blonde hair, and it looks like someone just takes scissors and goes and cuts the hair right there, just enough so that he can see. Kind of like one of those. Remember that dog that guarded the sheep from the Wile E. Coyote or whatever it was, like a big sheep dog. So anyways, I was talking before about all of the potential disasters that our world has, but it's good to see how everything is manifesting, because like I went to this gathering last Sunday that I created from a Facebook group that I created, and I took food and I met with 3 other people, and we had a nice little gathering, sort of. But on the way in, the roads were a lot less crowded. Have y'all noticed that? Yeah, a lot on the highway here. But as soon as I got out to the freeway, the interstate, well, it's the opposite. The interstate was about 30% less cars, and the highway was about 50%. And I like to go in on Sunday because that's generally always slower in traffic because people aren't going to work, et cetera, et cetera. And so Sunday is really nice, but it was extra, extra nice now because gas is more expensive, and so people aren't driving as much. So isn't that good? Isn't that awesome, or what? Say something in the chat. And so anyways, I'll show you the set game. I got this set game, and it's really kind of like I don't know, you got to think. You guys know how to play this set game? So what you try and do is you try and match different things. So you got this kind of a card that has a red squiggly thing with little red lines in between. You got this kind of a card that has a diamond with the same red color and the same lines in between. You've got this kind of a shape that's an oval, same color, red lines in between. So then you got all the same thing with black. Blah, 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 blah. And then you've got green. And so what you try and do is you try and get 3 of different things. So you place all the cards out, like 12 cards out on the ground or on the table, and you try and pick out 3 of different things. It has to all, or 3 of the same thing. It can be 3 different things or 3 of the same thing. And I need to read the instructions I need to read the instructions more and really get it in my head and practice, because it's kind of like one of those, at least initially for me, it's kind of like one of those brain boggling things. Once again, because it's extra brain boggling if you're trying to like not think about things, because a lot of things are not very worth thinking about these days. You want to escape. That's what Pisces is all about. Pisces wants to escape the realities of the world. And if you're getting into that kind of a mode, these damn games are bad. It's an oxymoron. So, it's really hard to accept a lot of things too. Like, I was telling someone about the mass-produced meat, because they were trying to sell their mass-produced meat business on my new Facebook group. They were trying to project that they had a free gathering. The group that I created was low cost or free gatherings, holistic health gatherings. And a lot of people are really appreciative of that. But the thing is that I want to make it like a group where people actually do something. They don't just join the group and then they forget about it. They don't actually do anything. They don't participate, or they think that it's some kind of a free lunch. It's not. It's not, because what it needs to be is something where people actually make an effort. We live in a world where people expect to be entertained. And I guess that's because of the lifestyles that they're leading, because they're too tired at the end of the day to entertain themselves. They've created these lifestyles, these worlds where they're just, all they want to do is sit on a couch at the end of the day and be entertained by Hollywood. All they want to do is sit at the table and eat food that was created by someone else. That's how nuts. I mean, it seems normal, right? It seems normal that people do these things. They want to go to a restaurant and just pay for someone else to feed them low quality food. They want to go to a theater and have someone else entertain them. They come to Asheville and they go on the purple bus, or they go on the other bus thing. They go on these bus tours. They go and they do all kinds of things where other people help to occupy their minds, give their minds something to do, like your cell phone, like your computer, like your television, all these things. But this group that I'm creating, we actually get together and talk about things, or we actually do something together. We create our own entertainment, our own music, everything. Imagine that. Oh my God, how would it be to actually do something on your own? So the deal is that I have these membership questions, right? And they're legit membership questions. And if people don't answer them, they don't get added to the group. And the group is private. You can't just find it on Facebook. The only way you can find it is special ways, right? So I created I'll create these posts on various other groups where people can find the group. And then if they are able to join, that's cool, but they know that they have to participate regularly. And on Facebook, you can see who's participating and who's not, right? And And the other day, I ousted 20 people because they're not doing anything. And I tell people, well, if you're one of the people that is doing something, then you'll get to stay in the group. If you're not, then you won't. Now, if they want to reapply to get back into the group, then they can. But if they continue to not do anything, then I'll just remove them. And so I have other groups where there's like 1,000 members or something, and nobody participates. No, I post videos, and once in a while people watch them, like for carpal tunnel or for foot pain or something like that. I have a couple of groups on Facebook, and I'll post videos on there because I've got thousands of videos that I can post, and hopefully people are learning. But people don't typically participate in those groups. But this is a local group. This is a local thing. And if I get one good friend out of this whole ordeal that I can relate to, perfect. If I get 2 people, that's even better. Amazing, huh? But if I get more than 2 people, what I'm trying to say is that I don't care about having a crap load of people in this group. What I want is to have a small number of quality people in the group. And so that's the deal. I'm just going to keep creating. See, this group has a very unique name. And it has a very unique purpose. And the only people that will groove with this, see with this video that I'm creating right now, so far we've had 2, 3, 5, 10 people watching, and we have one person that's written one thing in the chat box. So one person has participated, and all of the rest of you have done nothing but listen to me. Okay, and that's fine. But in this Facebook group that I've created, everyone has to participate, and if they don't, they're out. That's it. I'm not gonna put up with blaggers. I'm not gonna do it. I've been a YouTuber for 18 years. I see what people are like. There's a very small percentage of people that are the doers. The doers. The people that make happen. The accomplishers. The people that can get up and make something happen. That's what I want. I want at least one group in my life of people, one freaking group of people in my life of people that make things happen. Instigators. Okay. So that's what I'm doing with that. And thinking about making some fun videos where I take my instruments. I have a bunch of little instruments, and I take this thing. I bought this thing, and it's basically an amplifier. It's a voice amplifier. And you put on this headphone thing. You put on this headphone and you plug it in, and it's wireless. So it's probably buzzing my head. Testing, testing, test, 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 test. It's not working. Oh, I got to turn this on. Test. Okay. So I can take this and I can put this on my waist, and I can ask people if they want to join my band. But hey, you want to join my band? And then we just create a song on the street. I think it would be kind of fun. And is that making a weird sound? Ah! My God, son of a bitch. Sorry. I'm probably waking up my neighbors. Anyways, it's just a video idea where we create an instant band on the street, and then we sing a popular song, and I try and get average people to do something fun. And I know it's really a long shot, but occasionally you might run onto somebody that has some sort of gumption. You know, there are some people out there that have some gumption, some pizzazz, but it seems that they're few and far between. I gotta turn this off. It's kind of a cool thing, huh? Say something. It's like I realized that I can't make people participate. So you always have to find the good part, the good thing about everything. And since I'm a doer, I should be really, really happy about being a doer, a participator, an accomplisher, someone that gives a thumbs up on people's videos, someone that states my opinion. I state my opinion about, even if it's positive, negative, whatever it is. Oftentimes I will state my opinion. And my opinion on that is that I don't care if you watch my videos anymore. Do I look like I care? So here's to not watching my videos. Cheers to not watching my videos anymore. There are like over 8 billion people in this world. And for me to not have most of them, 99.999999999% not watch my videos, it's perfect. It's perfect. Because I only want the best people. And if you don't like my singing, oh well. What shall I sing to drive you away? There must be a clue on this stone. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. Amazing. Most people think I have a good voice. In any case, for whatever reason, today I was not too much into being really quiet. In fact, yesterday and today, I wasn't into being silent in the mind. I've been rather chaotic of the mind. But that's all right because everything ebbs and flows. And the moon changes signs constantly. Every 2.5 days, the moon changes signs. And, everything changes. In fact, I believe that the sun is now in Gemini. Let's see. Bam! The sun is now at 1 degree, 3 minutes of Gemini. That's cool. Mercury's in Gemini. Uranus is now in Gemini. It's a very thinky, airy, thinky thing to be in Gemini. So no wonder I'm not wanting to turn my mind off, huh? Venus and Jupiter are in Cancer. Mars is in Taurus now. Thank God all of that stuff got out of Aries, because Saturn and Neptune are still in Aries, and that's enough Aries for me. That's pretty good. That kefir water is all right. I like it. It's not too acidic. But anyways, let's see. Is there anything else to talk about besides total death and destruction and how I'm sick of people not participating and how I have a little boy that comes over here and hangs out with me? My neighbor's kid comes and hangs out with me. Did you guys get that? That's been fun. There's still nobody next door because she's still renovating, refurbishing the apartment. Oh, I'll tell you one. Okay, so my neighbors, they got their apartments. Those 3 apartments largely got, what do you call it? Refurbished, renovated. There's another word for it. And so they got new sinks and they got new fridges and new ovens and this and that, because 2 of the apartments were vacated, right? So that was the perfect time to rejuvenate the apartments. And so I'm looking at my kitchen and it's got all old everything, and the cabinets have food splatters on them, old food splatters and stuff. And so yesterday I'm like, okay, I'm going to detail my kitchen because I used to own an auto detailing business. And I could take an old car and polish the shit out of that paint and make it new again, look amazing, you know, especially like a nice old Mercedes with 7 coats of paint, and you can just polish that shit down and make it glossy, perfect again. And so I detailed my kitchen yesterday morning. I cleaned that kitchen and I cleaned it. I've been kind of working on it because it was an ordeal. It's been an ordeal to get my kitchen cleaned more. Like, I needed to take a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there. And so I'd already done several parts of it. The oven, I cleaned that pretty good a couple months ago. But yesterday I did a lot more. And I think I pretty much got it done. And there's a few things I could do over again. But man, my old ass kitchen, the old cupboards, even though they don't look really great because some of the paint is peeling off of them, but they're clean now. They're really clean. And I got my wet dry vac out, and underneath the kitchen sink, I took all of that stuff out of there and vacuumed the shit out of it really good, you know? And, you know, the drawers inside kitchens and the cupboards inside the kitchens, they can get kind of scummy, you know, especially if you have a lot of herbs like me. And so the herb dust can get everywhere and stuff, you know, and you got bottles of sorghum that get kind of sticky, you know, and then that gets on the bottom of the cupboards and all of that, you know, and food gets underneath the oven and all of that. But all my kitchen now, it's so clean. It is clean, clean. My bathroom now, oh my God, is so fucking clean. It is seriously fucking clean. And I've been doing that with everything in this apartment. My storage room, this room got rejuvenated today. Like everything is organized and clean. And so I've been really grooving, like where some people with the economy, they're freaking out. That's why business is slow for me right now. Well, business is slow for a lot of people. And people are, you know, people are in this state of like, oh, woe is me. The world is coming to an end. 20% of the world's petroleum reserves are now stuck in the Middle East, blah, 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 blah. Donald Trump is going to give $1.8 billion to his cohorts. all of this shit, you know, right? Just tons of shit. And people are like, well, what's right and what's wrong? What's true and what's false? People are in these crazy states of mind, right? Their freaking brains are in this weird state of being where they don't know what's right and what's wrong. I've been telling you what's right and what's wrong for the last ever since I started this thing 18 years ago. There's no way in hell that I'd ever vote for an idiot like Donald Trump. I told you that in 2016. But when everything is slow, like it has been, I can start to catch up on work. I've got so much work that I still need to do, and that's perfect. Plus, I can get my apartment really clean and organized. Everything, like amazingly wonderful. I love it when everything is total. I got a Virgo moon, okay? My moon's in Virgo with Uranus and Pluto conjunct. It's crazy being me. If you knew astrology and you looked at my birth chart, you'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God. So you know, knowing who I am, I shouldn't be surprised that I'm a doer, an accomplisher, that I know what's good to do and what's not good to do. I mean, there's a demand for sick people to help sick people. And so if you want to get into the medical industry, it's very lucrative. But guess what? You get what you pay for. You get what you ask for. You're creating your own bed. And when you're working with sick people every day, that rubs off on you. You get to look and deal with and talk with sick people. People that are just wanting a quick fix. Imagine that, being a doctor or a nurse like my mom was for 30 years and having to go to that kind of an environment, right? A hospital you got to go. You're going to make all that money. She made good money, 45, 50 bucks an hour or something. They probably make more now. You want to know why you have to pay high premiums for all of that insurance? That's why, because you got to pay nurses 50 bucks an hour. You got to pay doctors 1,000 bucks an hour. You got to pay that hospital 1,000 bucks an hour. Well, there you go. Just because you decided that you wanted to eat Pizza Hut. Well, that's what you get for eating all that lard. Cheese lard. Clogging your arteries and veins. And so, anyways, I got off on a tangent. Oh, I was going to tell you how to get rid of the excess skin on your head. How I'm doing it is diet and stimulation. So people don't realize that you have a lot of skin covering your whole skull. And in order to get that tight, you have to tighten the whole thing up. See that? When you do this, and you combine that with reducing salt, eventually all these freaking lines are going to go away. The less excess skin that you have on your body, the more attractive you are. The less you're squinting, okay? So when people have a lot of accumulated gunk in their eyes, they get these cataracts, and then they have to get these cataract operations. Like my neighbor has cataracts. And I told her, oh, let's go look at in your kitchen. So we went over to her kitchen. And I see that she's got all of these weird oils that she's consuming. I'm like, no, only consume olive and coconut, only unrefined oils, and don't consume very much of it. And then she had some other foods too. And I'm like, well, no wonder you're getting a buildup of gunk in your eyes. You know, you're consuming wheat. And I think she still consumes some dairy, you know. All of that kind of stuff creates residue in the body, including your eyes. And if people don't use their eyes, you know, if they don't do eye exercises, I do this all the time. Whatever, if you're itchy in your nose, like, well, itch it. Itch it. Itch anything that feels like it needs to be itched or rubbed. Anything that needs stimulation, stimulate it. It's asking for your attention. Just drank my first glass of water kefir. Okay. So, what else? Yeah, I got a clean kitchen. I got water kefir. I got a 5-year-old friend. I think we're going to have to go bicycling. Me and my new friend. Get out my bicycle. I was thinking also about going bicycling early in the morning, like especially on Saturday or Sunday when there's no cars on the road, because I'm sure that that's how it would be in this small town if you go out on an early weekend morning. Hardly any cars except on the highway. And that would be enjoyable. Does anyone have any questions or suggestions? Oh, I can show you my Theracane. I've been working on my Theracane. I got the tip done. So I've been getting it kind of carved. I've been getting it carved the way I want it. And you can see that it's got a really nice shape to it now. And the tip is super, super smooth, sanded to 600 grit. And it's just an amazing tool now. Watch this. It's not so great on this shirt because this shirt has some plastic and wording on the back of it, so it doesn't slide good. Really great in between the ribs. If you were wondering what this shirt is, it's Sea Shepherd. But yeah, I've been working on that, and it's a really great tool. It's especially good when you've got oil on your back, and because the wood slides really amazingly good. And my skin keeps getting smoother and smoother, and my digestional system keeps getting better and better. Oh, and another thing, I've been making good poop food. Basically, good poop food gives you good bowel movements. And it consists of carrots and celery and other vegetables, and you just chop them all up in your food processor and then mash them in your wet grinder. Most of you don't have a wet grinder, but I do. And it's really good to have a wet grinder when you don't have a lot of teeth. Today, some asshole again said, "Get your teeth fixed." That's what they have. They come up with when they don't have anything else to say to me, and when they're trying to make some kind of a personal thing, and it doesn't bother me at all. Maybe a little bit, but if there's some of you that are wondering why I don't get my teeth fixed, probably the biggest reason why I have effed up teeth, at least half the reason why I have fucked up teeth, is because of dentists and all their wonderful dental work. The other is from diet and diet changes and grinding my teeth. But in any case, I avoid them like the plague as much as I do regular doctors. And so, yeah. And my mouth is getting a lot better. It's getting a lot cleaner. My whole digestive system, basically, it's all one big hose, okay? Your whole digestive system is one big hose from your mouth to your anus. And the cleaner it is and the better the bacteria that's in there, the better, the healthier that you are. And the more bloated and full of worms and parasites and viruses that it has in it, the sicker that you are. And the sicker the whole rest of your body is. And so for me, I've had to work really, really hard to get my mouth, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, the whole freaking thing clean and healthier. And I started doing that a long, long time ago. And this part is still hanging in there. Even though I have screwed up teeth, they're still working. They're still working fairly good. And yeah. What else do I need to talk about? I think it's kind of fun to get the looks, cause like I'm looking pretty good, pretty healthy, kind of sexy. Women looking at me. I like it. It's kind of cool. I like to show off my belly. It's not bad. You gotta get it tighter. Tighter and tighter, baby. Okay, I'll tell you another big thing that I discovered. I think I figured out finally how to get the rubber to stick good, the layers of rubber to stick good. And I think it's pretty foolproof, but we'll see how these go. And here's what I learned. When you put a new coat of latex rubber onto the last coat, you have to work it in. You have to work it, work it, work it. You can't just paint it on and then let it go. You have to work it until it starts to bite into the last coat. If you don't take the applicator and work it into the last coat by rubbing it, brushing it over and over again, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, until you feel it start to bite into the last coat, then it won't stick good and it'll start to peel later. It's taken me forever to learn that. Oh my God. I'll show you. See this? See how that's got rubber? See that right there? See how the rubber is peeling? That's because I didn't work it in to the material and then it all peeled off. There's places around the sides where it's peeling. See? See where it peeled? So I ripped the old sole off of this new pair of shoes, and I learned about how to apply the rubber better so that it won't peel by making it bite into the previous layer by rubbing it in good. So I don't think that these are going to do that. Are those cool or what? Look at that. Everybody wants to learn how to make these. Every person, everybody that I've shown these shoes to, look at that. Those are custom made to my feet. And I can teach the world in a video, couple of videos probably, how to make shoes that'll last a lot longer than typical shoes. And they're all natural, no chemicals, and they're custom fit to your feet. It's really exciting. It's really, really exciting to think about how I can change what I've learned from trying to make natural shoes for about 20 years now. No, probably 15. Probably no. If I consider the orthotics too, if I also consider the orthotics, look at those orthotics. Are those cool or what? If I consider that as well, it's actually more like 25 years I've been learning how to do all of this. Experimenting. I've made shoes with wooden soles. Those were interesting. But you know what these shoes smell like? Sheep. Because they've got, look. I don't know if you can see that or not. These shoes have a half an inch of natural wool felt. And it's not the chemicalized wool felt that has a chemical smell. It's the natural wool felt that smells like sheep. So these shoes actually smell a little bit like sheep because that's what they're made out of, wool. But that's a good thing. They're made out of wool and they're made out of hemp and rubber. And the laces are 100% cotton. The only thing that's not natural on these shoes is the eyelets that are plastic covered. But yeah, I think that that's what I want to do. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to make absolutely sure that I've got everything down packed before I share it with the world. And I might teach classes for a while. We'll see. But it's going to be fun no matter what. It's going to be really fun to teach or to just give it away for free or whatever. And people could make it a business too. People could make selling shoes, custom shoes, a business. Or they can just make them for themselves and their families. They can teach other people. Everyone can teach everyone how to make natural shoes with liquid latex. You can use other things besides hemp. You can use other things probably besides wool. But for me, I would guess that the wool is the best cushion, the natural cushion. It's been used as shoe cushions for a long time, and you can still buy wool inserts for shoes. I wrote these a long time ago. Every time that I pick one, it pertains to what I'm thinking and or feeling. So I was just telling you about how I might try to make some money teaching people how to make the shoes. And then what happened? I picked that. That's energy. That's energy flowing. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is happening for a reason. When you go about your day, take notice of things that people say. When you see things happening, take notice of those things and ask yourself, why are those things happening? It's magical. The world that you live in is magical, but you don't realize it. Most people, very few people realize that all those little things that are happening are actually clues for them to make decisions in their life. The things that are happening are clues. Let's pick another one and see what creation has for us. See, that one's for all of us. You can give love to anywhere, to anyone, anywhere. I know my true value and I cannot be dragged down by anybody. So it looks like it's 11:32. And I think that I'll call it a day. I've been sleeping good, but with a lot of crazy dreams. And they don't really stick with me, you know what I mean? The following day. I just blow them off as needing to purge thoughts, feelings, nutty things while my mind is purging crap while I'm sleeping. So I just allow it. And so I guess I'm ready for another 8 or 9 hours of that. It's not my favorite time of the day, especially in the morning when I wake up, because my body does so much healing. And then I'm all inflamed in the morning, especially my hands. They're doing so much healing, so much healing. But they're getting better and they're getting stronger. All in good time, my friends. All in good time. Oh, there is one thing that I want to pass by you. Maybe you could give me some feedback as to whether you'd like this or not. Somebody sent me these little books. They're about 110 years old. February 1919. This is a couple of years, 1 or 2 years after World War I. Not World War II, World War I, 1919. So this one's 107 years old. And it's just this little pamphlet book from the Aquarian Ministry. The Aquarian Age, an advanced thought and astrological magazine. And somebody wrote keep on the top. And that's a good thing. Emmy Hendrick. Emmy the Dick. Something. Anyways, I was like, I wonder if those are, I wonder if I could find any of those. I wonder if those have any value. So I go on eBay and I look this up, and there's a guy that has 2 of these, a couple of people that have 2 of these for sale for $65 a piece. These are such old antiques. These are worth $65 a piece, or so that's what he's selling them for. And I have 6 of them that somebody sent to me. One of my viewers sent me 6 of these. And I was like, I could sell those for $300. No, but I'll read them to you. You want me to read something? If I open this to a page, it'll give me exactly what I should read. Has kind of a moldy smell. Kind of tired. I kind of don't really feel like but I thought I would share these with you just briefly tonight. And for maybe another time, we could read some of them. An advanced thought magazine devoted to the Christ teaching of love and service, divine healing, the unfolding of the latent soul flowers, esoteric astrology, etc., and regular contributors: Oracella Rexford, George B. Brownell, William Alexander Redding, Louise B. Brownell, Dr. H. L. Cornell. Published monthly by the Aquarian Ministry, Santa Barbara, California. Of course. I'd kind of like to live in Santa Barbara if I had the money. Check out the back of this. It's got a spotlight. Love to all, peace to all, health to all, joy to all, wisdom to all, prosperity to all. The Aquarian Ministry. Kind of cool little books. Anyways, thank you for joining me, everybody, and I hope that you have enjoyed this little discussion. Bye.